Hello and thank you, Vasile. Thanks for all this geospatial community to be here. And it's always a pleasure to give you lectures. Let me introduce my co-author Gabor Molnár, who is sitting over there. And in earlier cases, we have told something about georeference and repeat and repeat how to avoid to seek identical points and how to do it only by GSPs used as sheet corners. Now it's a little bit step back to the identical points because we desperately need to raise the accuracy, the horizontal control of our maps in some cases. This figure reminds me that not only Stefan will show something with the movies and the literature, but also me. YouTube, I will show you a short movie from the Tom Hanks movie of After 13. Yeah. Sorry, it's in Hungarian, that's why I will translate. Let's start it. Okay. In that part, they report that there is a problem on the spacecraft. There is so much carbon dioxide on board, and they said there's no way to replace the lithium nitride filters because they were designed in a different way for the lunar module and the common module. And one of them was round-like, and the other was square-like, and how to repair one or the other. And the big boss said, okay, that's a problem you should solve. This will be the second, when, okay, we have a problem to solve. How to put this one to the whole design for this one. And you can use all of these things. And these things are all identical that they have on board. Okay. In our case, in the georeference, we have a very similar problem. Very similar problem here, because we have something like this, and we have to put it to somewhere like this, and we can use only this, namely the quantum GIS in this case. So a very limited toolbox of georeference to use for the old maps, the historical maps, to put it to Earth, which is our target. And we are aiming to the maximum horizontal accuracy, maximum horizontal control. So the result is like this. It is the Lower Austrian mosaic on the first military survey. And the first military survey is far before the very systematic geodesy, so it will need some identical points, but later on we will get a very powerful tool, which is first usable for open source, usable on quantum GIS, and provides 100 meter or 200 meters accuracy in case of first military survey, and which is also capable to provide below meter or in some levels a few centimeter level accuracy when you transform stereo stabilization coordinates to GPS coordinates. So the classic method is like this. It was several times repeated here before you for the geospatial. So you have the scan maps, the metadata for that, and using that only the four corner points can be used as control points. And later on you will have a georeferred mosaic, and you can publish it several places. Geospatial, we have the Mapire and the local project of the Okay, the archive works means, okay, we have several meters or several 10 meters in the archives, for example, Vienna, Bucharest, Budapest, Milano, and among these maps and these books, we have to find the metadata needed. Where are the projection centers? Where are the geometric bases? So those metadata metadata concerns the ellipsoid, and on the bottom line there is a GDAL code used also in the quantum GIS how to define a projection together with a geodetic datum. This specific one is the definition of the French Cassini system used in the middle of the 18th century in France. So we will have to define the ellipsoid here, same value axis and flattening. We will have the datum, okay, the 2BGS84 is the datum, and projection type, and projection parameters. Also, sometimes we will need the primary linears if they are different from Greenwich, length units if they are different from meters, angular units, perhaps if it's different from units. And in this algorithm, somewhere we have the theoretical sheet system of the server sheets. For example, this is the Austro-Hungarian monarchy with the places of all the sheets. And those sheets, like here in Budapest, should be taken from the four corners and put it to the right place on this network. And we can repeat it for as many sheets as we have. And finally, we will have the georeferred mosaic like this, and it is not only a mosaic as a photoshopped mosaic of some images, but also a georeferred mosaic, which can be put to the Google Earth. So finally, it is shown from the Mapire web page. It is published. It is used, and also Cesar showed some nice example from southern Carpathian area. Okay. For the second military survey, that procedure is enough. For the second military survey, it provides an accuracy in averagely in 30 or 40 meters horizontal accuracy, which is well enough for us. However, for the first military survey, if you follow this, you will have problems. You will have problems. Horizontal control will be much more worse, and you don't have any metadata from the archives. So it needs another more complex algorithm. And what are the same? Okay, we have the scale maps. We should put together a virtual mosaic or even a real physical mosaic using all the maps. It was the first picture of mine just after the film. And you shall look around for some identical points, but not so much. And in the first approximation, one per sheet is well enough. Okay, if you want more accuracy, say 2 or 3 per sheets. But it's only an average. If you don't have any in some sheet, okay, it's no problem because we have the full mosaic together. Okay, for a land like Lower Austria, 200 makes quite enough. Afterwards, if you have all the points, both in image coordinates and VGS84 coordinates from Google Earth, next thing is to estimate the parameters of an approximative projection, Cassini projection, and together with that, making a so-called correction grid. This is the GSB, I will show that. And using both, first we provide a kilometer accuracy using that approximate projection, and then refine this using the GSB to get the 200 meters accuracy, and it is well enough for providing the publishing possibility, and that is what you can see on the mobile. So this is the point list. Okay, the first two columns are image coordinates or image mosaic coordinates. Second two are the VGS84 coordinates from the Google Earth, the name of the points, and some other data of the elevation, but we will deal with that. This is the estimated parameter set of the Cassini projection. In this case, it's for the Czech Republic. Czech Republic was not in the time of the first military survey, say Bohemia. Crimea, the western part of the present-day Czech Republic. Okay, these are the here we have the parameters. And here we have the GSB, the grid shift binary. It is a very, very complicated. Very, very complicated. First, it is the header. The header tells, the computer header tells the GDAL, tells the quantum GIS what piece of land will be affected by this correction grid. Okay, southern latitude, northern latitude, eastern longitude, western longitude, increase to east, increase to west, and then we will have a grid-like database. So every one arc minute, you will give two figures, or actually four. One, how to shift from the source datum to the target datum, shift to the east, how many arc seconds to shift, and how many arc seconds to shift to north. And repeat and repeat and repeat. Okay. And here, in the header, you will tell the density of this grid. However, if you need higher accuracy in a small part of your data, a small part of your map, for example, for Bucharest in Romania, then you can define in another header, a subheader, a more dense grid inside the big one. And it is fully compatible with GDAL, fully compatible to quantum GIS. And it is not so complicated, okay? Just the shifts, just two components of shift vectors, and nothing more complicated things such as Burshakov type parameters and so on and so on. How to derive them is complicated, but it is much more. Okay, here we have the Lower Austria, the vector field of the correction grid. Okay, these are our control points. The control points gathered throughout the Lower Austria lands, and these vectors should be gridded, and those grid is combining. It makes the GSB, makes the correction. Okay, this is the mosaic, the geo-referred mosaic, using just the approximative Cassini projection. In this case, it happened to be the center as the Vienna Stephansdom. Quite a lot. Okay, it is just the original projection without the correction. And this is the effect of the correction. What is interesting that here, the original, the sheet boundaries are linear lines. However, if we apply the GSB, it became somehow distorted, but distortions means to go back to a more accuracy with respect to the rulers. Let's see in a multiplied image concerning just Vienna, central Vienna. It is the original, just the approximative Cassini grid. Applying now GSB and put it to the rulers. As we see, it is not completely accurate. So, for example, the Stephansdom, we will have a 150 meters remaining error, 1i, because this point or any points in the downtown of Vienna were applied as a GSB input. If we are interested to have downtown Vienna more accurate, then define just 1 point or 2 points over there, and your GSB will be more precise than this place. So this remaining error is because we have a control point over there in the Wienerwald, another one on the border near to Bratislava, and this is the effect of the interpolation. But anyway, it's much more better than the original. The original one is like this. Corrected, realized. Okay, it's a similar thing in case of Praha. original grid with the linear boundaries of the sheets. This is quite a shift and quite a distortion because of the GSB application. But we have a good accuracy. Okay, I made some cheat because in this case, the Karlov most, the oldest bridge of Praha was used as a control point for the GSB. And if we take a lower look, a closer look to Praha, okay, this is the bridge in the very center. The final georeference is like this, and we are working in a late 18th century map without any metadata used before, because we haven't found anything about it, not yet in the Vienna times. We defined, say, 300 points throughout Bohemia. And using those 300 points and using the technology of the GSB, it is enough to provide an accuracy which is better than 200 meters. In some cases, even much more better. And what is even more interesting, practical information for us, this technology is good enough to provide this accuracy for old maps. But it is much more if you apply it for modern maps. And I repeat, if you have this grid for Romania, for the transformation provided between the geodetic datum of the stereo substratification, the system 42, and the VGS84, and we are very open to construct this GSB, just needed some input points, a few hundreds from Romania. We will somehow manage it. Then your community will have the GSB to use it on modern maps. In an order, I think, which is better